Welcome to Back to Basics. Welcome to Back to Basics, guys. Welcome. Welcome once again. We are back to basics. I'm Raquel.
And I'm Ever, and we want to thank you guys for joining us. We've been doing this for about 2 months now.
Yes.
We started this not knowing what we were getting ourselves into. This being, as we mentioned when we first kind of launched it, we kind of put a video out there letting you guys know that how uncomfortable this usually is for us being in front of the camera.
Very awkward.
Very awkward, but we did it. We just wanted to share some stories with you guys. And so it's going really great, we think.
It is. I mean, if it has impacted me, like I said, it had before, but now I definitely see the world very different. I don't know about you, but I have. I see the stories that we put out there, and on some of them I relate. On some of them it's like very hard to take in, because I mean the stories that the people are sharing with us, it's very eye opener, I guess you see.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. Actually, these are people that are coming in. A lot of them we already know, and we think we know them. We think we know their stories, but then once they start sharing, it's so crazy how little you might know about a person who you think you know, right? And how much more you can still learn from that person. Because when we started this, we didn't start it thinking that we were going to learn. Yeah. Like in my mind, we know the stories that we've heard and they're amazing and they've taught us a lot. So we wanted to share them with you guys. But, it turns out, we're hearing a lot of amazing ones and we're learning as we go. What are some of the stories that have impacted you?
Todas.
All of them.
No, I think for me, the first one, the one about a divided world with Juan and Nancy, I definitely saw the world different because of all the, the politics, the, the two groups that are fighting with each other. And of course we stand in one side, but then you never really see the other side, I guess, until you realize that, okay, we might be in the same boat here,
Yeah.
Kind of. That's how I saw it. So that one kind of made me change the way I thought about the world a little bit, about politics, I guess. And then another one that like really got to me was the conversation with Melvin and Vero. What's keeping you from reaching your full potential? And that goes for me too, because I'm in the same boat as Vero. I kind of I
tend
start
to
things and then I kind of let it go. Like, whatever.
We tend to let fear kind of control us instead of us, grabbing a hold of our fears and not letting it control us, like actually not letting it dictate our lives, right? How we live our life. That was very good. For me, man, I think it's hard for me to pick one. Definitely the first one with Juan and Nancy was extremely, interesting to me because I like politics. I like reading about politics. Yes, I like learning about it. And like, hearing or reading the opinions of people on politics and getting mad at some of the opinions that I don't agree with. But, it was very eye-opening for sure. But man, like all of them had something to teach us. Like Gaby's stories, when you contrast, the world that she grew up in Cuba to the United States, freedom versus communism. It's you hear of things that we've never experienced here, and a lot of times we take some of the things that we have here in America for granted. So it was very eye-opening to hear that. What else? Melvin and Vero's definitely impacted me a lot. Actually, it encouraged me to do new things. When we're starting this podcast, we started recording all these videos first. Before we even launched it, we probably already had 5 videos recorded. And Vero and Melvin's was one of the videos that we had recorded already. And we talked about, just jumping into things, just doing it. Don't let fear hold you back. And one of the things that was holding me back from launching the podcast and the YouTube channel was the fear, and you wait for things to be perfect, right? You want things to be perfect and to be ready. Yeah. And because of that conversation with Melvin and Vero, we just jumped right in and we're like, no, you know what? It's now or never. I think we're always going to find excuses not to do it. It's now or never. What's another thing that impacted you from any of these stories?
One thing that I learned.
Or that you learned while doing this.
Was the one with Shirley. I had Like that opened a big can of worms for me. I had so many questions. I kept asking Eden. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. I grew up in the church, but I was like, you know, in a different way, the way I saw the church compared how you saw the church and the way Shirley saw the church. So it was pretty interesting to me to see that side.
One of the things that I learned from her is it was very impactful for me to hear about New Age spiritualism, because you hear about it and I've never been involved in it, so I didn't know what all or how much it covered. And it's pretty crazy the amount of things that it covered and how easy it is to find fulfillment, the fulfillment that you know the people who are doing all these practices are looking for. You know, and Shirley explains it all on there. She has a YouTube channel as well, so we'll share it on here. On the description section.
By the way, I think she said she might. I'm not sure, but she says she's gonna come back and do.
Oh, she definitely wants to come back and do
part two
to her
and
video.
She'll explain a little bit more about it, and if you have any questions, let us know. Send them in. That way we can ask her. You know, the day that we can have the interview with her. Well, not the interview, the conversation with her.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good. Which, by the way, you know, talking about part two. We did want to announce, this is one of the announcements that we wanted to make, is that season 1 is coming to an end.
Yes.
We're going to finish our first season of Back to Basics at the end of February. So we still have a few videos to share with you guys. Man, the stories are really good. There's a lot to learn from the stories. And, you know, if you guys have the time to listen to them and to watch them, I promise you guys are going to learn a ton from these things. We're already working, by the way, on season 2. And by the way, if you guys watching, if you have a story that you want to share, we'd love to have you guys.
We would love to have you. Don't be, if something has impacted you, or if you want to make a difference, or like, you know, make it aware of a situation, or is there something that you're going through and it's not very well known, but you have it, or you know that someone that has it and it's, you know, more common than you think, but it's not talked about, you know, let us know. We're here to listen.
Well, yeah, that's another thing though. Like that we find very interesting. We don't have thousands of followers, guys, right? And I mean, we don't even have hundreds of followers. But the few that are following us, and every week, you know, that we post a video and that you guys share the video, we do gain followers, people who listen to it. But just for you guys that are sharing your stories, we do get messages throughout the week of people who are very grateful for the stories, whose story impacted them. And so this definitely does help, you know, the people listening feel like they're not going through whatever it is that you went through alone, because other people have gone through it. Other people have experienced it. You're sharing your experience with them. You're sharing some good advice with them, you know, what to do, what not to do, and that sort of thing. So it is very impactful, even though, again, we're growing. We just started. We're growing. There are people listening to it, and you guys are impacting people. And that's really what this was all about.
I'm getting calls and messages from friends from elementary school. It's crazy to me. It's people that I haven't spoke to for years. That is super cool. And they call me or they text me and be like, hey, Rachel, just letting you know that, you know, the conversation so and so hit me in my heart, and because of this conversation I have turned my life to God, or I have turned away from the path that I was going through. And I mean, it's many of y'all, so I am very thankful that God is touching y'all. And like Eder said, I mean, the purpose of this, of all of this Back to Basics, is to come and make it aware that we're here. You know, we'll listen to your story, and
we'll share it. We'll give you a platform, I guess, to share it, if that's what you can call it. It has been a huge blessing for us. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be, right? Yeah. In my mind, I'm thinking we're just going to record the video. I'll throw it on Final Cut. I'll do some edits, cut a few things out.
We're going to be famous by now.
Man, when I tell you, like, so many unexpected things have happened.
Yes.
And just so you guys know, when you share a story with us, you know, that doesn't mean that you don't have a say anymore on what gets shared. Because we want people to be extremely comfortable, right? There's been times in which I'm uploading a video and I'll get a text, you know what, I'm not ready to share yet. You know, I changed my mind. And so it's definitely not as easy as
it seems.
As it seems, as I thought, as I saw it. But, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way, because, again, you know, this is about sharing stories and about making people feel good. And you know, we want people who share their stories to also feel good that they're helping some of you guys. I want everybody to kind of feel like they're winning, I guess, in this. So again, you guys have any questions for any of the guests that we've had, anybody that you guys want us to bring back, let us know. Any questions for me and Rachel, let us know. So season 2, guys, back to that. What are some of the new things that we're going to bring in on season 2?
Season 2, I'm excited about this one. We are adding short clips.
Short
to
clips.
us moms. That's a pretty cool one because we don't have a whole hour edited to listen to the conversation, which I mean, I enjoy if you're listening, I guess, and cleaning at the same time. But as moms, I know for sure we would like those short clips.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be editing, 5-minute, 4-minute video highlights of the conversations that we've had, just to kind of give you the gist of it and the main message of the conversations. Still, if you have time, go listen to the whole conversation, because then you'll hear the anecdotes and the stories that people are telling. But yeah, short clips are coming during the time, before season 2 starts. It doesn't mean that we're not going to be doing anything. We're still going to be uploading some of those short clips during that month or month and a half that we're going to be off. And, hopefully you guys enjoy those. If you guys don't have, time to listen to the whole thing, and we understand an hour-long conversations are not for everyone. We'll have those clips on there, and you guys, are welcome to go and check them out and see and learn something from those as well.
Yes. Also, a new thing that we're adding is a new member to the team.
2 new members, actually.
2 new members to the
First
team.
one is a new table right here. We got it. We're using it right now.
He made it. That's why he's all proud about it.
So we had to make a bigger one, because the one that we had was pretty narrow, and we kept playing footsie under the table with the person we were talking, in front of us.
And I apologize to all the
people who
that
got
have come.
kicked.
I like to swing my feet because I'm short. and I like
Everybody we
swinging.
kicked during the conversations, we apologize. But the newest member of the team that we're adding is going to be Areli, which, by the way, you guys just saw her video that we uploaded her video this past Thursday.
So I'm excited about that. She's going to help us run social media, which I'm not really good at that.
Neither am I.
And she's also going to open more doors, hopefully more subjects, more topics.
Yeah, so as Rachel said, she's going to help with social media. She's a huge talent, and then she'll pop in every once in a while and record a video or 2 for you guys. But yeah, no, we have some amazing things coming up. The new conversations that we're recording are just as intense, as packed of lessons, for people to learn. So we hope that you guys are going to enjoy them.
So I'm excited about everything that's going on. And hopefully we are praying that we are becoming a blessing to y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to Back to Basics on YouTube. We are on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on, what is it, the other one? Apple.
We're on Apple Podcasts as well.
Apple Podcast. So yeah, let us know if you have a story to share. And
yeah, we'll put the links to all of our channels on the description here. That way you can go and check out whatever your preferred method of listening to podcasts or videos or things like that is. You can go to the link, subscribe, leave us a comment, shoot us a message, tell us what you think. And we hope to hear more from you guys. We hope to grow a lot more, and we hope to hear a lot more stories as we grow. Thank you guys.